Um, I am with Racket Designs. We're a company out of Utah. Um, the Bronco behind me was actually created, and the roof rack was created based on my own needs. When the Bronco first came out, one of the issues we had was it was a soft top, and not very often do you see a roof rack on a soft top. So I drummed up some information, some engineers, met with my father-in-law, who was a mechanical engineer, and created our own. So 2 years in, we have been selling roof racks. We are getting ready to go into our third SEMA event. Um, and the last 2 years on the Broncos side, we were named in the top 10 Broncos of SEMA. So we've been around. We know what we're doing. We kind of know what our expectations are and what our customers' expectations are. So what we ended up doing was Braxton approached me about it. We sat down, grabbed some lunch, and kind of talked about the details of what he was looking for. And what it really came down to was modularity. Okay. The thought process behind it right now is if you take a look at any of the racks out there on trucks, you're either having to drill holes and you are married to it. And then moving forward, it becomes a very difficult thing to make adjustments to if necessary. So there's the wheels start turning, and next thing you know, we started coming up with different ideas. And basically, what we've come up with is just a three-stage roof rack or a bed rack system. How that works is you're being provided, and I'm sure Justin's probably got some video on there somewhere, but what you're being provided is you've got a headache rack that is fully modular. This thing is made right now out of 3/16 steel. So it's extremely heavy, it's extremely sturdy. Um, that portion has MOLLE panels. It also has an option between a louvered back uh, back window plate, or you can go with a MOLLE plate. Part of the reason why is, again, you're spending this type of money on your F-350s and your Super Duties. The last thing we wanted to do is make you look the same. So you will actually have options moving along. Part of that is down the road, we'll also be able to provide custom uh, back plates. So you can have it with your logo, you can have it with your team's logo, you can do your company's logo, whatever the case may be. Stage two includes our rear tower, a couple of cross members, as well as an accessory bar that runs across. Part of the idea behind that is we wanted to give you the capabilities of doing rooftop tents, carrying full loads over 1,000 pounds, and having the modularity that you can literally remove these. They're just button head carriage bolts. You can remove these, move them out of the way, and still have full access to everything. Again, right now we're looking at approximately 1,000 pounds for the load capacity. And as we test through more and more information, we'll definitely let you know. Stage three is kind of a concept for us that we actually have on the truck behind me. The reason why it's kind of a concept is the simple fact that we are utilizing some of the patented design that we have on our Bronco version, which is a polymer slide with a stainless steel slide rail that allows this basket to be removed and reversed. Yeah, that's right. So removed and reversed. What that means is you can slide it out on either side. There's locking pins, but you can slide it out, flip it over, and now you have a 2-inch lip basket. So if you're looking at the rooftop tent overlanding setup on a Saturday, you can have your rooftop tent on it. Come Monday, if you've got to go to work and you have tools and you have gear that you have to carry, you can fill up your truck bed, and then you can also fill up the top of the basket. Stage three is one of those things where, again, we are comfortable with it when we did the roof rack for the Broncos, so we wanted to have it something that, to be implemented on the truck side. So some of the benefits of the TrukRak and what makes this a little bit different in comparison to a lot of the other racks out there. Again, no drilling required. This is going to be capable on both the 6 3/4 and the 8-foot truck beds. So if I'm correct on this, and if you're out there listening, and if you have any insight on this, I'm almost 100% positive. 2017 to 2024, F250 to F450 is the same truck bed, or 550?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
450. I don't know about the 550 to be honest with you. The 350 and 450 are going to be your 8-foot beds,
Okay.
but same 8-foot bed,
Okay.
just with the dualies.
Perfect. So what that means is our headache rack and our rear tower, since our rear tower is removable, it can actually be adjusted. So all we're doing is just elongating the process, or elongating the stance. And then when we put in the accessory bars, or the plates, then that will give us that much more room. Okay. The it again, as I mentioned, it has 1,000-pound dynamic load capacity on that stage 2, which has all the plates on it. And one of the key things for us is we wanted to make it capable to be adjusted and modified for gooseneck use. Okay, so if you've got a gooseneck trailer, we're not singling you out. We're not leaving you out of this thing. When you are not using the rear tower, it is easily removable, and that gives you, and you can actually move it forward and cinch it onto your truck bed. So you're not leaving things in the back of your truck. You can cinch it forward. You can hook up your gooseneck. You can use it with no issues to you. Okay. Last but not least, for me, in regards to additional benefits, is it is fully customizable to how you want it to work. Okay. Again, whether you're going to use this for work, you're going to use it. Someone contacted me who owns a ranch, and one of the things that he asked was, is this something that's modular, because they handle a lot of cattle, but they also have a lot of cargo. That's exactly what this unit is for. It's to make sure that you have the capabilities as needed, and no one's going to tell you that that's the only way you're going to get it, and you got to just be happy with it. So what are the capabilities of the TrukRak's design? It is adaptable to different configurations. What I mean by that is it's going to be ready for mounting light bars, tools, gear, anything that you want, because if you look at this thing, it has slots throughout the whole process, throughout the whole system, so you can go ahead and just mount on, and you're good to go. Again, carriage bolts work well, and that's one of the benefits is if there's something specific you need to mount on, find a carriage bolt. Okay. One of the things, and Justin, can you cue up that video that pauses in the middle, please? One of the things that we're looking at is stage 2, as I mentioned to you, is going to be 2 additional accessory or cross members right there. And what that's going to do is it's going to provide additional molly panels. Okay. The second part to it is we're also, you'll see it here in just 1 second. It'll switch from that to the other. We're also looking to create a vertical tire mount. This will just, all you'll need to do is just purchase an optional tire crossbeam. And the nice part there is you just tie it down. It will cinch up against your other cross member, and there you go. You're set with your tire. You're ready for Baja. You're good to go. Again, with rooftop tents, that's one of the key components that we wanted to have capability, because Braxton was like, hey man, I want to be able to have a rooftop tent up there, but at the same time, I don't want to have to be married to it. This is one of the things that I like. Some of the videos that you may have seen going around, this is literally me at my house, and it's a 150-pound rooftop tent. And yes, I'm not as big as Braxton, so I needed a hoist to get it up on the back of the truck. But it took me about 5 minutes to get on. It took me about 5 minutes to get off. So the simple fact is, we want to give you more flexibility to your truck bed. Okay. Um, the options that will be available, as I mentioned to you, customizable bar window plate that we can laser cut. You're going to have the capabilities of a customized powder coat and color match. So if you want to really have your truck stick out with your TrukRak, you can go ahead and of course we'll just have to discuss the different powder coat costs and whatnot, but you can truly color match it. We're also going to look to design a canvas cover over the stage 2. So what that does is it then provides you, if you don't have a tonneau cover, or if you're worried about losing your tonneau cover, one of the benefits is you'll have this canvas that you'll be able to just attach and bolt in place. And then whenever you want to take it off, you can take it off. Um, One other key component, Ford F-150s, Ford Raptors, and other full-size trucks will roll out very soon. Um, I'll be upfront with you. When Braxton approached me about this idea, one of the key components to me is I know, the Super Duty market is a saturated market, but at the same time, you guys are all very, very picky in regards to how you have your system set up. You want to make sure you've got the best of the best. What I'm telling you here is this is going to give you the capabilities to be able to do that. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about cost. Okay. Because everybody loves to talk about pricing, right? Right now, the stage one, which is the headache rack, the louvered or molly bar window plate, you'll get one or the other. We are starting it off at $860 plus shipping. Okay. Stage two, all we're doing at that point is we are adding the accessory plates, which is the slot plates on the side, the rear tower, and 4 total mountable cross beams. That will run across the whole body of the truck. That one will run at 1,038 plus shipping. Okay. Stage three, and this is all part of the growing process of manufacturing and fabrication. Okay. Stage three will include the removable and reversible aluminum basket, including all the hardware and mounts, the slide rails, etc. That one is still to be determined. We have had three companies that have already quoted it, but we want to still keep on looking to improve the pricing. What we're asking you today, if you are interested in the company, is with the TrukRak, we're looking to do pre-sale, and pre-sale starts at $500. And what that does is it holds your order, which goes towards your full purchase at the pre-sale prices. We don't know what these prices will look like after we go into distribution. I'm not going to lie to you. We've got contacts with Ford dealerships. We've got contacts with distribution centers. That is one of our goals, is to at some point have this available wherever you go. But again, we can't provide any promises on the pricing. Okay. Pre-sale will stay open until November 30th. And that is when we will place our fabrication order. How you can order right now is, I believe Justin has provided the link, as well as it's fully available on our website as we speak. If you haven't been on our website, one thing to keep in mind, we also offer Affirm, and Affirm is at 0% for 6 months. So our game plan here is to get as many pre-sale orders as possible before we get into SEMA. We'll be at SEMA. If you're there, come find us. We'll be at booth 70,000 out in the Diamond lot just outside of the West Hall. So you can come check us out there. Between now and October 31st, we're going to do a pre-sale special. My operations manager hates me for this because I kind of sprung it on him before the broadcast, but all of our orders received before October 31st will receive free shipping. Okay. If before we leave, I'm going to put Braxton on this thing to kind of shake it, and I will tell you it is a sturdy piece of equipment. So let me know if you guys have any questions. So we will open it up for Q&A at this time. You guys good with that? Justin, you good?
Yep. We don't have any questions from the audience yet. So why don't we cover anything else that you would like to cover?
Sure. Yeah. So let's a couple of questions that usually comes up, and I've talked to several of you in the past that have had questions about this. One, what is the approximate delivery time? Depending on our manufacturers, we are projecting about a 4 to 5 month turnaround time. If we can make it sooner than that, I promise you we will. It's a matter of making sure that we do this the proper way. And one of the things that we're trying to do is if you've ever been in the manufacturing industry, you don't want to order one-offs. One-offs are pretty expensive. So if you go into lots of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that's really where we see a lot of the benefit. So that is one of the key components that we try to look at. The weight on this thing being at a 3/16 steel right now, one of the things that we are looking to do is possibly drop it down to a 10 gauge steel. Um, we won't do that if it's going to interfere with any of the stability of the build. But knowing that trying to ship something at approximately 200, 250 pounds is fairly a difficult task, whether we do it through ground or we do it through freight. So of course we want to make sure that we're efficient on that side as well. Again, currently it is made for the Super Duties from 2017 to 2024. Braxton, do you know if 2025's different?
They're staying the same.
Okay, so you heard it here first. We're gonna fit on the 2025 as well. When everything is said and done, the structure behind this is just trying to give you guys something that is available how you want it, and then being able to change it as needed. If Justin, if you don't have any other questions, I think we're good.
Yep, I was just showing off the rack, but that's all we have for now.
Okay, perfect. Well, hey, I appreciate everyone's time. I know it's probably dinner time, so thanks for having us in the background or kind of listening. All of the information will be on our website. It will also be available on Braxton's. Are you putting it on Volk?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Bulk and all my Facebook groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you couldn't hear him, it'll be on his Volk and all of his Facebook group pages. So all the details will be in there, all the information, all the contact information for our company will be in there as well. And we appreciate your time and thanks a lot. And get in contact with us. You can reach us at contact@Raket, which is spelled RAKET, designs.com. Thanks, and you guys have a great evening.